Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and other people of all ages, we
genders
got
and identities and foxkins and transgenders.
really,
And
we did
all of you,
really,
pretty
really,
people.
Mac.
Yeah.
We haven't even started
Yeah.
the episode yet, and we've already ruined it.
Um,
We got a Discord now. We said something about it last time, and we have it this time. So
fuck that email shit. We're going into the future now.
Discord's taking over. All hail Discord.
Yeah.
Links in the description, and yeah. Hope you enjoy. On to the episode with our new host. Hello everybody, welcome to the Discussing Death Battle podcast. I am your host Mo, and joining me today is Mac, as always.
Hey yo.
Yeah, beautifully brief as always. And as you all know, we've had a couple of host issues, not server related for once. That's a programming joke, I'm a nerd. So we looked for a replacement, high and low, and we found Med. Say hi, Med.
Hi. I mean, you didn't really search that far. I was your first pick.
Yeah, you were easily our first pick. So
Yeah. So you just searched low.
Yeah, pretty low. Me and Matt talked for like 5 minutes, and we agreed on Med, and then he's here. There we go.
5 minutes. It was probably 30 seconds.
Yeah, we pitched like 2 names, didn't we? It was like It was Med and Bees, and Bees has been on before.
Obama.
So yeah,
I
so Med's never been on the podcast before, so this should be an
not once.
We definitely didn't record an episode of this like 3 weeks ago, and then I forgot to record my mic. That did not happen. So
Nope, it was not the most embarrassing thing ever for him.
No, it wasn't at all. It was like the second time I've ever had to record one of these.
Seamlessly blending into the wolf Mo.
Yeah,
Seamlessly blending. He's becoming the new wolf slowly.
I have become one with the wolf. The wolf is me. Oh God, I've turned into a furry. Haikus. Wolf isn't a furry, as far as I know. So yeah, Medadius. I think I said that name right.
Med Daddy.
Medadius. Okay, let's go with that one. Yeah, he's we're just gonna call him Med because fuck that name.
Yeah.
He's actually he himself hasn't been on a podcast before, but you've definitely seen his work. He made all of the custom thumbnails that we've had on the episodes before. I don't know if people have asked for them. I haven't seen it in the comments or what. But I assume they have. I don't know. I don't read the comments too much. I should, but I'm a busy guy. Yeah.
I'll try and read the comments more.
Woo, we have a community manager or something.
Yeah, PR guy.
Yeah, he's actually made all of our custom thumbnails for episodes as they come out. It's a thing he likes to do, and he was kind enough before he even was, well, he was always on the guest list, but before he was near the host list, he was kind enough to let us use them, so you can thank him for that. I've been meaning to give him a shout out for episodes now, and I keep forgetting. And now
what the hell, man?
Yeah, it's just in the moment it's just like
fine. I'm not that much anyways. They're not really that good.
They're fucking amazing. Just stop being modest. It makes it hard to give
Stop sucking his
compliments.
dick. They're okay.
I thought my job was the negative one. So yeah, so that's what Med's does. He's also a member of the blog that he and Tommy do. That's still going. I know are you still working on that interim one, Travis and
for the past 6 months maybe.
I've had to put it off for school, but now I'm more free to work on it. We're gonna see where it's going, but we're thinking of doing new things with it. But
okay, that's whatever way it goes, probably going to be entertaining nonetheless. Because I really enjoy those blogs because you can't. It's hard to find good versus debating content these days. Anyway, so we've been, because of non-existent recording issues that definitely didn't happen, and trying to find hosts and just general time issues. We were so happy after the last episode, me and Mac, because we were like, we get the new host and we'll have very little to cover. And oh my god, I'm looking at our to-do list here, and it's like the longest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Just
Well,
yeah, I know some of it is like
a fair
that
amount
one.
of it could.
And yeah, but it's still that in itself is going to be a really long
Some
discussion.
is 1 minute melee, and those are all just
1 minute.
all you need to
how
do.
small it would have.
Yeah.
Just think of how small it would have been if Moh didn't fuck up.
I know that Moh guy. He's such a fuck up.
Yeah,
Who would ever put him in charge of
yeah, 1
anything?
minute melees. All you have to do is say, "Oh, it was cool."
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
That
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Okay, so are we ready to go with this thing?
Yep. Maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, that's the kind of enthusiasm we need around here. Non-existent.
Yeah.
So, our first death battle we have to cover is the one between Metal Sonic and Zero.
It was pretty good.
It was,
Probably one of the better 2D fights this season.
yeah, it was good. I know we covered this last time, so it's gonna feel really, well, we did, you guys didn't hear it. It's gonna feel really repetitive, but yeah, given it was done while who did it again? Who animated it again? I can't go check because of the issue from last
Some
time.
guy.
Yeah, it was it Jets? I think it was Jets. He's in house anyway. He works at Screw Attack, like in the actual Screw Attack offices now.
It was him because he had the 3D models instead of this time we made that we noticed that instead of like the anime clips or whatever.
Yes, he's
So I'm pretty sure it was him.
Let me double check.
cool. Whoever it was, I'm 90% sure it was Jets. He was moving at the time when he did this, and given that, and he's experimenting with a new style, which is the 3D models. Yeah, it was pretty decent. It's not the best fight ever, but for season 4 2D standards, it's pretty good.
And I get to say this again because we fucked up the recording, but I was right and Moh was wrong with the whole fucking optimism part.
Hey, Mac. Zoro versus Erza is wrong now. Go fuck yourself.
Actually, not true. It's getting debated a lot on one thread, whether or not that movie is canon, and it seems like kind of a mess anyway. And
it's a mess. It's a mess, and Fairy Tail is involved. Color me shocked.
Good try though. Good try. But
I'm glad to be wrong.
I was really surprised by he just flat out went the route
I know we could again. I know
if Wily had Zero, he would have won.
I know it's so weird that they actually did it, and I'm very happy they did. Although it's funny
they use the word scaling.
I know
scaling.
It was Jets, by the way.
It's fucking it's like Donkey Kong versus Knuckles all over again when they said outlier, and the entire forums just flipped their shit. Like they know what those are. What the hell?
They threw us a bone.
What? What the fuck? No, but I know I said this last time, but the way they gave Zero the win is fucking hilarious in hindsight, because all the stats they gave Zero that shit on what's it called? On Metal. They gave him from Mega Man, who's equal to Base, who Metal one-shot in Mega Man vs. Wily. This is the most blatant contradiction they've ever done, and I love it. not for the look at them, they're so wrong. It's kind of like, look, they actually are learning and analyzing instead of just look at how OP. They heavily limited Metal compared to what he was in Eggman vs. Wily, because they actually researched his abilities.
You can't go the whole it was just animation route. You can't go the whole it was only animation route, because that was literally animated by Ben. We did the research for that episode.
Yeah. Also, the whole issue was Metal Sonic is more powerful than every other robot there combined, and Eggman and Wily's machines. But with the stats they gave him, that's not the case. In fact, he probably wouldn't even beat the Robot Masters. So that episode being retroactively, they're never going to outright say it was wrong, but using proper logic, you can see that if they were to do that episode now, Wily would probably win pretty easily.
Yeah, this is as best to an admission of them being wrong as we're probably going to get.
Yeah.
But now that I think about it, I think they've had a couple examples before. Like, I know they said that Wonder Woman was like faster than light, where in her really early episodes, like the third episode ever, they said that she only flew at like supersonic speeds or something like that.
Oh yeah, but this is yeah, they did that, but this is fucking
This is
blatant.
more blatant than that, yeah.
This is far more blatant, because they actually said this character that was Superman fighting Wonder Woman, so they probably just said like they could bullshit their way out of that. In theory, they couldn't.
Yeah.
They could, and like Superman dragged her that fast or something. He didn't. That did not happen. But it's something that could feasibly, they could say it'd be wrong, but they could. This is 100%. Mega Man is this strong. Base, as they said in that episode, we're just using what they said, is equal to Mega Man, and Mega Man shits all over Metal Sonic, and Zero is like so much stronger than Mega Man. It's not even funny. So yeah, it's a very, very interesting.
Yeah. Also, didn't they say like they had like doubts for Lightspeed Sonic without like?
Yeah, they
like,
did.
special-
They pretty much said that Lightspeed Sonic is never happening, and just like pegged him at Mach 35.
Which you kind of like predict happening with. They have like if you know Ultra Guy, well, he's had like his own like doubts in his blogs that he's made, and he's made a.
Oh yeah, he
made
the blog that went through Archie in its entirety and pretty much got. I think he actually got a load of the shit for a while accepted, like that he said. He didn't even do anything. It was just put to other people, about how strong Archie Sonic is and getting it massively downgraded.
He provided a lot of
context and
stuff. I don't know if he got.
I think it might actually be possible for somebody to actually like. I know Ultra already did it, but for somebody else actively in the Versus community, rather than just making a blog, to actually go through Archie and research it now, because Archie is ending. So, someone could actually go through
which is pretty. Yeah, and they have like literally all the comics out there on this one website I found, where he linked to me while we were doing that Mario vs. Sonic Ultra. Holy shit! 50,000 page long thesis or whatever that big collab.
Yeah. So
but yeah, that it's pretty cool. Do we want to talk about the animation some more? Or?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, Meg, go.
Yeah. I mean, this is sort of okay. Not really about the animation, but I wasn't really doing any research on Zero, so I had no idea about the feat where he. The colony is about to drop on Earth, and so what does Zero do? Give me a fucking plane, I'm going to ram this thing that killed the dinosaurs.
apparently they downplayed that.
I lost my shit watching it. That's so badass.
Oh yeah, they did downplay it by a lot too, so it's even more impressive than that.
Like, no, even without Versus debating, like, calcs or
yeah,
whatever.
that's just awesome. I think what makes it better is just how bad. What makes it better is how bad Mega Man X's voice acting is. So it's like the most badass moment ever, coupled with like the worst dialogue. Although did that game have voice acting? I can't remember.
Which X game was it?
I honestly don't know, because I've only played like X1. And I've researched all the others, and I want to play them.
What?
Yeah, I don't have much time on my hands, dude. Also, I suck at Mega Man games. I love
X is pretty easy.
Yeah,
though. The first X.
I loved X1, so that was fun.
But I should say X is pretty easy up until I get like to the Sigma Fortress, and then I just get butt fucked, and I just quit because I'm really good at video games.
I've been playing through the Crash Remaster recently, and I got my first game over on Hog Wild of all things. In all fairness, I was trying to get all the boxes, but I didn't learn the patterns of all the shield guys. Like, I kept like, okay, this time I'll get past them this way. No, this time I'm
go where they're going to be, not where they're at.
Yeah, I was fucking dumb. So yeah.
Off topic though.
That's off topic.
It's not that off topic.
Yeah. So although I know a lot of X lore and stuff, although I wouldn't be proto-esque on it, and I really like the series, I haven't got much of a chance to play them. Don't worry, I'm getting my pirate hat on as soon as I get some free time.
Attaboy.
Attaboy. So, anyone else have anything to add on this one? Because I know, like, for people listening, we're cutting it short, but this is the second time we've talked about this one. Do you want to say that again, Med? The mic was really quiet. Also, if anyone picked up my birthday, I'm sorry.
No, the finisher was so cool.
What, the time stop shit?
Oh, splitting him into fucking half. That's what it was. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I've watched a lot of reaction videos on it recently because Death Battle reactions are one of the few things I actually enjoy in terms of reaction videos. Because most of them are really
just
bad.
to see.
Yeah, just to see them
like,
freak
the horror
out.
in people.
Yeah, because they always freak out. It's great. Yeah, so people honestly thought Metal had won when, what's it called? He stopped time. So seeing them freak out when Zero started moving again was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
Although, what's his name? Riz Grestar, he always seems to predict it right, actually predicted Metal to win. So, that was interesting.
Huh.
Yeah. I only watched them like in stints, so I probably won't watch another one for like 4 or 5 months now. Yeah, I just went back and watched a lot of reaction videos. The Megazord versus Voltron one were great.
Oh, I could imagine, yeah.
That was beautiful. Okay, so enough about me talking about community stuff. Want to move on, guys?
Yeah.
Cool. Furry battle, let's go.
Furry Dick Convention, let's go.
Okay, Lucario versus Renamon. Pokemon gets there. Actually, this is an even record for them now. Holy shit. Kinda. Oh, let me do the math real quick. Pikachu lost, Charizard lost, and the other one was a
Charizard lost again.
Yeah, but that was a battle royale, so it doesn't really count.
I know.
So 2 losses and then 2 wins. Yeah, 2. Mewtwo and Lucario. Yeah, okay, that's okay. Yeah, 2 losses, 2. So even record. Cool. Also, I love that they gave Lucario faster than I speeds, and his Mega Form was beaten by Pikachu via speed. So, like, yeah, when we're going back to retroactively, like, contradicting themselves. Pikachu's speeds, like, fucks all over the speeds they give in Street Fighters, especially someone like Blanca.
Also, hey, Mako left and faster than ice meme again.
And then the ice meme. Oh my god.
I mean, okay, let me just... I feel like this one makes more sense because it's actually blue ice. Because it's just like, last time it was just, since Glacius is covered in ice, let's just make him have the durability of that, even though he has feats way above it. This, if I'm not mistaken...
Yeah, this one's fine. This one's fine.
Ice, yeah.
Yeah, this one's actually just making the feat as good as it can be, whereas the last one was just completely ignoring everything about Glacius, so that was fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Yay. Yeah. No. This was fine. This was perfect.
Yeah,
it was animated by Akira, so like
it's very smooth, but
yeah.
Short. It was just a little bit too short.
I thought that the ending was the middle, if that makes sense. I thought there was more to come.
You thought there was more after he stabbed?
No, I mean like when he started. Well, I thought that him running.
He thought he was going to make the comeback.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, when he was running through the Diamond Storm, I was like, oh, this is a cool segment. But that to be the ending was kind of like that's the last thing that pretty much happens. I know there's the Bone Rush shit afterwards where he just combos the fuck out of her.
Oh yeah.
Which was pretty cool. Even though lightsaber noises for some reason.
There were lightsaber noises. I was about to say that.
It was lightsaber noises, but yeah, no, it was cool. But like, there's more. Especially, I think it's more Renamon being limited is why we had so little, because
that's true. There's not much you could do.
Yeah, she doesn't do much is the issue. You can argue stats. Spoiler with this setup, and honestly, lads, we're not going to get into other forms and shit because that's the debate that just shouldn't be had. Because of all the shit it bring, like everywhere else, like with cross continuing scaling and just the ambiguity of Digimon feats and people arguing Pokemon scaling, it's just madness. So let's just keep it to what Death Battle used for once. Yeah.
That being said, Lucario still win anyway.
Yeah, we talked about this last time, and the more we talked about it, the more unfair it seemed to get.
Yeah. In this scenario specifically, with no tamers and wild sets, and we talked about just how many ways the moves Lucario has can be used, like Detect. Oh, suddenly he can protect himself from all your moves. Calm Mind and Swords Dance, he can buff all his stats. They said Heal Pulse can heal himself, and unless Renamon kicks him back at him, that's not true, but in fact, I don't think Lucario has. He doesn't have self healing.
Did he do it in like the anime?
He didn't do it in the animation.
Maybe has Heal Pulse ever done that?
No.
Or any Heal Pulse, I mean.
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know if Heal Pulse has ever been used, because sometimes moves just don't get used in the anime, like mainly Earthquake moves and stuff. But
Heal Pulse is like the most useless move.
It has been used. Heal Pulse has been used. It got used in Sun and Moon by Lomomola.
I love that one.
Yeah, during the Totem Wishy-Washy battle, where Lana fished it up, because that was a great use of a Totem Pokemon, just to have it fished up. Sun and Moon started so good, and it's so bad. It's so bad right now. Like, no, it started out with great character work, and it's like, let's see where it goes from here. And I don't know if I ever spurged about how good the Stoutland episode of Sun and Moon is, but goddamn, Litton's
What the hell, man?
It was so good. It was a really good episode. And since then, the battles in Sun and Moon have all been middling to terrible. The character work has been a downward slope since then. Everything seems stagnant, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, they're in Akala Island, which is the second island of the Sun and Moon games, and they're just, what's it called? They just blitz through. There's 3 trials on Akala. It lasts actually a really long time in the games. And I think we got all of them in the space of 4 episodes. And now we're getting the Grand Trial, which Ash seems to go and be... The rumor has it he's going to lose, which is the episode on Thursday. At last, he has not lost to Sun and Moon yet. He's due one. Then...
Wait, didn't he lose to Team Rocket that one episode?
No, it was unconfirmed, and he's come back from worse. So, like, yeah. Especially against Team Rocket.
Has he died yet?
No.
He's due for one.
he died in movie. Oh wait, never mind. That could be. Forget it. I think people know what. He died in movie 20. There we go.
I killed your momentum.
Yeah, he got brought back by Ho-Oh though. But movie 20 is like alternate universe. So, but yeah.
Remember, guys, this is the person who did not have time to play Mega Man X, which could be beaten in like 3 hours max.
If you're good at video games, I'm not good at video games. I think we established I'm not good at video games when I died on Hogwild. Although I am playing Doom on like the highest difficulty you can do at the start.
To be fair, a lot of normies are dying at Hogwild too. Yeah. It seems like that's one of the Dark Souls. Oh my god, levels.
Oh yeah, really? Hogwild? Like I know I got a game over on it, but I knew it was because I was being stupid rather than it being hard.
Oh, wait till you get to the Fortress one.
I know the turtle, or is that the one where you just keep going up? I think I did.
That's the one where you keep going up.
I think
that's the one with the secret passage in the back. I forget the name of it.
I think I did that one.
Fucking awful.
I don't know.
Okay.
But no, yeah. So and then the rumor for Sun and Moon is he's gonna lose. Then the next episode, his Rockruff is going to evolve into the 3rd Rockruff form that's unrevealed to the public yet. Because there's a mystery plushie that just so happens to be revealed that day. And we're due Sun and Moon news, and there's an unreleased Dreamworld art called Rockruff Tree on the Dreamworld website and all that crap. It's great. So yeah.
Alright, can we just...
Yes.
We have something to talk about though.
Okay, yeah. So that all came from Heal Pulse, which was used in Sun and Moon, and no, it does not heal yourselves, which is the big point in actually beating.
Which wasn't used in the Death Battle though, so
so who cares? It's just it was actually a big part of their verdict though. Not Lucario had self-healing. He doesn't. Unless can he naturally learn rest? I don't think he can. He obviously can.
I don't think we ever mentioned that he heals himself. Like I think I was the one who said that.
No, it was the actual verdict. They said he has self-healing and stat boosting. I don't think he has self-healing, but he certainly has stat boosting. And as we said last time, Swords Dance in the anime can be used as a shield as well as boosting your stats. And Power Up Punch is, actually a punch and knocks your enemies back and has utility. So he's a bit...
And he also had like Metal Sound to lower her stats.
Yeah, he's a... Compared to Charizard, Charizard's infamous for his really deep move pool, but it's only really that deep when he has a trainer. So that kind of fucked him because the one time he had a trainer... But Lucario's moveset is fucking huge no matter how you slice it. Be it his own moveset, his TM moveset, his tutor moveset, it doesn't matter. It's the only thing that's really shallow is his egg moves, but like that's because Riolu's, a little shit. So yeah, so Lucario's fucking busted in a fight like this. At least if he's against a near physical equal. The way they figured out his stats was weird though. They were never gonna give him. Oh, look at this. Yeah, they gave Renamon. They gave Renamon.
Crane claw.
He destroyed like these 2 massive claws, and they're like, "Oh, he fractured construction grade steel," and I was like, "Okay, that's okay, fine. Let's go with that one." That's not
because it's just so much easier to use pounds per square inch, right? Over tons of TNT.
Yeah, don't even. I think it's because they just wanted to use big numbers. Although they have this hard on right now for fracture strength when it doesn't mean fucking shit. Although I do think that his fracturing the crane claws actually is a better feat than just making a hole in an ice wall. But I'm assuming they both have better feats anyway via scaling, so it doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, it still shattered it.
Yeah, and also Lucario has the Iron Island feat, which I know they saw.
But they didn't.
They didn't use it because it's kind of overkill because it's so much better than all the shit they showed. So yeah. And he has
Did we even mention Aura once?
No, we don't really have to. They did it for us. Aura's busted. Aura is basically baby force. It's the force for babies.
You're not.
I thought it was more like baby Q.
It's less like Ki, more like the Force, because with Ki it's all internal. It's very hard. It's a very advanced.
The phone.
Wolf's not even here anymore. How the fuck?
Why?
Who?
Why you do this to me? I trusted you.
He can't escape.
Barely trusted.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so Aura's just it's more similar to the Force than Ki in that, like Ki, it's in everything, but unlike Ki, its manipulators can like communicate with.
You can like sense.
Yeah, whereas the Force. I can actually hear them.
That was my answering machine.
Okay. Yeah, but since Aura users can like communicate with Aura around them, whereas Ki users are kind of limited to Max muted to their own like their own Ki reserves, unless they like physically pull it from somewhere else with a technique like the Spirit Bomb or the Super Saiyan God like technique, the Super Saiyan God transformation, that kind of shit. So yeah, I always thought Aura was more like the Force, but they really wanted to make the Goku joke, so it's Ki. Yeah. So yeah, Lucario, with this setup, you can debate like the alternate forms. There is actually a debate there, and we saw it, and it was bad, and I don't like it.
Never come back to it.
Never again. I'm so glad we never have to worry about that ever again. With the other forms there is a debate, but without them, Lucario like eats Renamon alive, and that's exactly what happened. The fact they gave Renamon a speed. Oh, I want to rant about this for a second. They gave Renamon. I know. It's kind of the Moh Rants podcast, but whatever. Yeah, they gave Lucario a speed disadvantage because Renamon reaches faster than ice speeds more consistently, whereas Lucario only does it in short bursts. Okay, there's a couple of problems with this. One,
why though?
But why though? One, the reason Lucario only ever reaches those speeds in short bursts is because he's only ever seen moving, like, he has to move that fast in combat situations. Renamon doesn't actually move at faster than ice speeds, when she's moving long distances, she's actually teleporting. That's in her known moveset. Why was this left out to give her faster than I speeds in this? Like, she definitely can do the same thing, the moving faster than I, and therefore a Mach 11, because that's how that works.
Yep. Well,
that's exactly how that's how that works. Every anime speed bits is Mach 11. But she has known teleports, so they just said, "Oh, her teleports are just her moving that fast." But that's not how it works. That's not how it works at all. It doesn't matter in the end, but it's kind of the principle.
Yeah, she just turns invisible too, right?
Yeah, it's just the principle of the thing, is what's annoying me. Also hers is kind of only in short bursts too, because she only goes that fast until she's out of sight, and that could be just like behind a tree or something, and then just keeps going. It makes no sense, but it happened and it didn't change the results, so we can't complain too much. The animation was smooth, the kill shot was perfectly fine. They used Bone Rush, which is something I wanted. I wanted to see Metal Claw too, but that didn't happen. We got Dragon Pulse, which was only a beam.
I didn't know it turns into like Wolverine shit.
Only on Lucario. Only on Lucario, because Lucario tends to get like really cool
He's
shit.
got little fluffy paws.
Yeah, in general, the fan favorite Pokemon get like some really cool shit that no other Pokemon can really do. Charizard's the only Pokemon ever seen the anime to use Blast Burn. Infernus Blaze is very special. Ash Greninja in general, and whenever Ash Greninja uses any move, it seems to take on new properties that it really shouldn't be able to do, like water cuts or aerial ace on all of its limbs, or physical double teams, and the water shurikens. My god. And Lucario's moves just in general tend to be different. Like we saw, like his bones made out of aura, Wolverine claws, aura spheres in general. So yeah, if you're a fan favorite Pokemon, you tend to get cool shit. Because I don't know if anyone's ever heard of this little theory, but the Pokemon anime isn't actually made to be a good show. It's actually just made for marketing purposes. So whenever something pops, yeah, I know it's a radical theory. I don't believe it myself, but I've seen the evidence. I know, it's something weird. So in according to this theory, if the Pokemon sells merchandise, they get cool shit to be cooler and sell more merchandise. I'm part of the problem.
But King's already cool, but he doesn't have any merchandise.
I'm part of the problem, to be honest, because I'm looking on top of my desk and I have a new Ash Greninja figure. I don't regret the purchase, but I am part of the problem. I was out shopping for my sister's birthday present and I came home with an Ash Greninja figure. What the fuck is wrong with me? I still got.
What a great brother!
I still bought the birthday presents, but like, okay. I spent. So anyway, moving on. This is.
Yeah, you better not cut me off when I'm giving my box later on.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh, go right ahead.
Yeah, we will let you. We will let you rant as you want to rant. Moving on to the final death battle we have to talk about for this week, at least the build up to it. Balrog versus TJ Combos, Killer Instinct and Street Fighter.
No, enough of that.
Okay, Mac, as someone who's a huge fan of Killer Instinct, and as someone who thinks the Street Fighter can make a good game sometimes, they actually try, but they haven't done that recently. Yeah, this is kind of a meh fight. It just is. Especially,
no, like, I don't care about the characters.
Yeah, but
it's going to look awesome.
Yeah,
because
Torians do. Finally, the prodigal son returns.
And we're getting boxing.
Yeah, it's basically going to be like it's going to be a 3D. What's it called? Little Mock versus Little Mock. What the fuck?
Little Mac versus
It's going to be a 3D Little Mac versus Epo, but like more dirty, because these guys aren't exactly clean fighters. Oh, and someone's gonna die. That too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, well, it would have happened anyway.
And by someone, it's probably TJ. Because
I want TJ to pull out his gun, though. It's fun.
I want to see TJ go down and then get back up with the comeback mechanic and like smash the ground and make a shockwave, and Balrog is like, what the fuck? And then Balrog just punches his head off. That's the ending. It's like the most anticlimactic ending, which is perfect for a fight with TJ combo, because TJ's whole thing is hype comebacks. It's just like completely crushed that.
Oh.
Or Mike Tyson just comes in and one shots the both of them, especially if it's like the punch out version.
Oh god,
that's kind of lame.
But yeah, I'm not sure about. I'm not sure exactly what scaling TJ gets in Killer Instinct, because his fight, he beat the fuck out of Riptor. He killed the fuck out of Riptor.
He beat the fuck out of that dinosaur, motherfucker.
And then he beat Glacius in the second game. I know
all we need to do is apply the blue ice, and
oh yeah, he's gonna get the blue ice, so that might be something. It won't be, because Balrog has.
And
like,
he gets his versus creep is crazier, so he gets that scaling too.
Oh yeah, he gets the whole look. So Street Fighter is only terrorists. It's not like Balrog is currently training a guy who can use his soul as a punch. Yeah, so he's fighting like all these crazy gods and shit. I'm not sure who I think. Oh yeah, TG. Oh, the big thing for a versus standpoint is TJ fought. What's it called? He fought and possibly killed Tusk in Killer Instinct 2, which is the Tusk that has the meteor feat we've talked about before. So
is that canon? It actually happened? Or?
The Killer Instinct is weird in that the first two games and the third game are different canons. So for Death Battle especially, they kind of just merge the two together. Yeah, but for versus in general, because the verse is so small.
Yeah.
I haven't read the Killer Instinct. Like, I know of the Glacius feat because me and Proto spurged about it before, but I haven't actually. Yeah, because we were like, holy shit, he blitzed Arya. Which I suppose
that's gonna work out so well.
Yeah, that one went so well. But I suppose you get that. But I'm talking from an actual versus perspective. But I'm honestly not sure if those feats beat Balrog's durability feat off the explosion. His big feat.
Wait, what's his big feat?
He like tanked a nuke or something to the face. I'm not sure exactly. I don't know. I don't know the exact feat, but I know he's tanked a fuck huge explosion. And it's not like the Cammy
fight money.
It's not like he's going to have all of the fight money. It's not like the Cammy one where Cammy was like at the fringe of the explosion and that was the whole debate, and Death Battle eventually went the other way. No, he was like at the center of this thing. Also, I think he punched out an elephant at once.
Punch out what?
He one shot an elephant. I
remember hearing something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did that. So yeah, I honestly don't know who they're gonna go with. I think my gut instinct says just for that one feat it'll be Balrog. So that's who I'm gonna stick with.
Yeah, sure. You can argue. I feel Balrog and the whole like Killer Instinct weird canon issues.
Yeah.
Be something to give Balrog because Balrog's more consistent. Is TJ the better fighter? I feel like could this go down to actual fighting?
Oh, you mean like who's the better actual boxer?
Then it'd be TJ. It'd almost certainly be TJ.
He's also like dabbles in MMA, right?
Yeah, he has kicks and all. He's not a pure boxer. He's more an MMA fighter than a boxer, to be honest. Like he's not like Steve Fox from Tekken or Balrog or Dudley or Ed or any other boxer character. In that he does like knees and shit. One of his main linkers in KI3.
So he's really like a black Conor McGregor.
Holy shit! It's Mayweather versus McGregor. They're actually doing Mayweather. Oh my god! Oh.
Yeah. I've been hearing about that all over in the Q1 server.
Oh, it's Mayweather versus McGregor, but the Death Battle. Oh my god. Well, that means Balrog's gonna win just for the symmetry. There we go. There's your tinfoil.
There you go.
I wouldn't mind. The build-up for Mayweather versus McGregor has been fucking amazing. Even though the fight's probably not gonna last that long. Or it's gonna go a distance.
Oh no, it won't. He's gonna get fucked.
Oh, either McGregor knocks him out in a couple of rounds by getting one lucky punch, because McGregor hits fucking hard, or Mayweather just cashes the easiest check he's ever made in his entire life and outboxes him for the whole round. Because he can do that. He's a much better boxer. Obviously.
Oh, yeah. Well, that
Obviously.
means, the second one is...
Oh, yeah,
like
the second one is
happen.
almost, like, it's 99.99% what's going to happen.
And then the 0.05% would be like if he throws a kick or...
Oh, I hope he
I
throws a
would
kick
laugh.
and just says fuck it and like puts him in grapples and fucking
That
kills
just,
him.
oh, that would be the best.
He actually murders him right there because fuck it, you're ruined anyway. Give me some entertaining TV. Come on, let's keep the Death Battle symmetry
This
going.
is why we pay for pay-per-view.
Pay.
Oh, are we gonna get a Dempsey roll?
Probably not. I don't think. Well, maybe Torian likes to throw that shit in there, but neither of them really have it in their arsenal.
Torian's kind of an anime fan, so maybe he'll throw some.
Balrog's gonna end up in the
It should
sky.
have been Ippo versus Rocky. Yeah, it
That
probably
fight's-
would have sucked.
Yeah, Balrog
Anyway.
is gonna be like. Balrog is gonna be tossed in the air a lot because a lot of TJ's combos. Yeah, they involve him like winding up a punch, knocking you in the air, and then as you're in the air, you like get pulled back down. It's a recapture mechanic in KI that was introduced exclusively for TJ, and then like expanded to the rest of the roster. He like kind of pulls you down with a lunging punch of some kind.
You're not gonna get an answer out of me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch TJ beat up on Balrog. Even if Balrog ends up winning, TJ's combos are just gonna be really fun to look at.
Especially in 3D, because we haven't had a Killer Instinct fight in 3D yet.
Right.
Or a Street Fighter fight.
Yeah, the matchup itself
true.
isn't that interesting, but people just seem to be forgetting that it's going to just be Torian doing a straight-up boxing match.
And he said that this one required more crazy choreography than Dante versus Bayo. Like,
Which makes sense, because it's going to be nothing but fighting. Like, at least with Bayonetta and Dante.
There's some pauses in the action and stuff.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be nearly non-stop. The only stop is gonna be when, even if he wins, TJ is gonna get knocked down and he's gonna get up again because you can never keep him down.
And then he pulls out his gun.
Balrog could probably pull a Hayachi and eat the bullet, like, which is still such a cool scene. Lars pulls out a gun, shoots Hayachi, and Hayachi just bites the bullet out of midair. It's only beaten out by Tekken 7, where he starts kicking missiles because it's Hayachi. That guy's great.
Who needs the Devil Team?
He doesn't. He beat the fuck out of Devil Gene. Like, he died in the end, but he still did it. He beat Kazuya at full power because Hayachi has the power of willpower. Literally, it like covers him in a blue aura of some kind, and then he beat the fuck out of Devil Gene. But Kazuya still beat him because that required everything he had. But Hayachi though.
Yeah.
And Hayachi's gonna win this death battle, I think we can conclude.
Yeah, the true winner.
Yeah, Hayachi's just
Hey, I
gonna win
wouldn't
it.
doubt.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to be fighting in the ring, and then they're going to break out, and they're just...
Oh, the ring's
They're
gonna get
gonna
fucked
be
up
trying to
near
meditate.
instantly. The ring is gonna get fucked up near instantly. Killer Instinct fights especially tend to like break the stage around them, so they're probably gonna play into that.
I'm predicting, like, bouncing off the ropes.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no,
rope combos.
that's already confirmed. That's a picture.
Oh, yeah, forgot.
I think that's what it looks like in a little teaser that Tori.
It was
posted
TJ
on
jumping.
Twitter.
He does that a lot, so that can't be.
I was
anything.
just jumping. It was not.
I think so. I think it was
They're
him going for.
sliding off
Remember that
the side of the
recapture?
stage.
Remember that recapture thing I talked about? Probably just him going for that, but Balrog was on the ground because you can do that. You can still use it. It's one of his better moves, so why wouldn't you? So he's probably just playing into his. Torian plays a lot of KI. He's probably run into a lot of TJs because he's one of the more popular characters. So he's probably gonna just pull from that experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
All right, so
pretty cool.
yeah, excited for this. Let's talk about something less exciting, I guess.
Cool. 1 minute melee, because that's what's next on the list.
Again, it's just going to be, oh hey, this fight's cool. Hey, oh hey, this fight was cool. Oh hey, this fight was cool.
Oh yeah, we're fucking breezing through this, especially since we went through this all.
Yeah. Okay, Superboy versus Gohan. It was kind of meh. It was disappointing, but it was still fine.
Yeah, it was. Superboy's cool, I guess, but
It was
all in order.
Made it meh.
Yeah, well,
The most streamlined meh.
Kakashi versus Byakuya. I think I said, like I said, I cannot pronounce Bleach names. They're all weird. I've heard.
No, they're all like super Japanese.
Yeah, this Bleach
Like,
is of the Hoishon trio. Bleach is the weebiest of the three, which is weird when one of them has ninjas running around in fucking no-toed sandals.
Yeah, how is that?
And how is Bleach more weeby than Naruto? It doesn't make any sense, but it is. Yeah.
But yeah, the sprites, I guess, for Byakuya aren't that good, so he was kind of limited for like what
Kakashi
he
did
do.
all the
He
cool
kind of,
shit,
like,
and he got his deserved win.
yeah.
Kakashi's cool. Much cooler.
I think, like I said last time, I'm kind of disappointed they didn't go for the what's it called? They didn't go for the late game Naruto powers in general, because if you're gonna do an animated fight like this, you might as well have a big spectacle. But every single Naruto fight I've seen, which isn't actually that many, because it's not like I searched these things up, because it's Naruto. Fuck that. Yeah, they don't actually pull from late Naruto, because I know it's not the best, but they have cool powers. Why not use that? Why not abuse that?
They really could do.
Yeah,
it's very early.
Right,
stuff
that's the
from-
reason.
yeah, it's every single Woman Melee too. All Naruto, Sasuke, Lee kind of has the same power set throughout. So yeah, Naruto and Sasuke both kind of just use their Shippuden stuff when their early Shippuden stuff. And in DBX, he didn't even get Shippuden. It was just like the end of part 1. So yeah, being Sasuke is suffering. He kind of deserves it.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but not least on the Woman Melee train, unless do you guys have anything to add? Or am I?
No, this is the last one.
No, I mean for Kakashi thingy.
No, I don't have anything to add. I've kind of forgotten about it.
Grand. Okay, Luigi versus Tails. Because the last time we talked about a fight called this, we had such a good time.
Everyone loves it. Everyone loves it.
When we first did it, it was we saw that there was like the little characters for like the screen, and we were kind of like having fun with like how they were going to do it. Are they going to have Luigi versus Tails, Mario versus...
For a second there, Mac. I just want you to define what fun means, because I think
Yeah, I thought that was
what we did when we made that list. It wasn't fun. It was just it was writing down our suffering every time we had a new line to do.
We were making a podcast.
That was what we were doing.
Yeah.
Yes. That's not fun. Okay.
We're suffering, guys. Please kill us.
End it all.
Tails won again, and
that's the true result.
Yeah.
The quality character wins. I'm not being sarcastic.
I like the whole thing with Luigi being the giant monster and Tails fighting him.
It was King Kong. They just want King Kong.
King Kong. I should have just said that.
Yeah.
King Donkey Kong.
King Luigi.
Ding dong.
Luigi #1. Except when he lost. So Mac thinks that this means Mario's going to beat Sonic later in the season. I don't think so.
Maybe. Most likely, I would think.
Yeah.
He's surprised if they just have 2 back-to-back like Mario vs. Sonics, and then they just say, "Oh, the most high-profile ones. We're just gonna give it to the Sonic fans, like both times in a row." I don't know. I would laugh really hard if they did that. By the way, and that would be the funniest thing.
It'd be so funny. I really hope they do. But yeah, again, this fight was just a well-animated meh, and that's kind of a problem with 1 Minute Melee, is that it, like DBX, it kind of carries itself on its animation in its entirety, but the standards
Like
are
there's
set
just so much. There's
high.
not much to talk about.
The standards are set so high. It's all so meh, and I think a lot them trying to replicate the style of Times Gone By is kind of hurting them because a lot of the action, because it's not as clear, because the animators aren't as good, is nondescript. It's a real issue, you know, because you can't really pick out hype spots unless there's something explicit like Luigi
Right.
happening. You know, that makes sense, or am I just
No,
I think,
yeah.
Like it's an entire minute of really good action. It's hard to pick out. Like it gets hard to remember.
yeah, exactly. There's just no breaks. It's a lot of, with the new animators, the less experienced animators than the ones who started up Hypergage in the first place. They are really being hurt by the format. I think making short animations is fine, but you have to pace it well.
The 1 minute is always been like the show's biggest weakness, as well as it's one of its like big pluses. Because nowadays with the 1 minute, there's no time for breaks. There's no time for actually building up things. It's just you do it now.
Yeah. So,
I mean, hell, that's why everybody says Dio versus Sakura is one of the best ones, because it
because it's like you think it's going to end, and then it just shit, it's still going. Yeah. But also why Superman versus Saitama isn't that great in my opinion, because it drags on. It's kind of the other side of the coin. Yeah, and it's also just the same joke over and over again, but we've been over that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to be over it again, guys.
Oh, god damn it, kill me. Alright, before we move on to DBX, I think since this will be the most opportune time to do it, Mac, since you did the list, you can introduce us to our pain and suffering for this section.
Oh god, okay. Where are we? Okay,
No,
so
I mean, like, you can describe what the fuck we're doing.
We got character select screens. What the fuck, what?
You can describe what... Oh, you were doing it, never mind, I'm stupid. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Okay.
I'm only over sickness, leave me alone.
Alright, so, yeah, there's a character select screen again this season, so you could kind of, like, if you've been around Versus for a while, you know what, like, was mostly, like, requested. So you can kind of, like, match up, like, who is best fitted to fight against who, and that's what we attempted to do, or rather I attempted to do. So
Mac did it and then just showed it to us and we cried.
So first off, we have, I don't know why that's up there, but we have Mario versus Sonic, obviously because there's Luigi versus Tails, and
we already
moving on. Yes, moving on, we have Bill Cipher versus Sans.
Gravity Falls versus Undertale.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I think we said this last time. These are like two of the epitome of franchises that should not be in Versus Evading.
Doing this.
Like, I love the
or fights in general.
Falls. It's so good. Do not put it near Versus. Like, that's just, please don't.
Yeah.
Just, nothing universe level should ever be in Versus.
I am a huge subscriber of the theory that, or the theory of the practice that Versus should only go up to Herald levels, or Skyfighters at the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this is like two conceptual beings, I suppose. Well, whether Sans is or isn't is up for debate, and that kind of says it all, really. You have a character who might be wall level, or might be like a conceptual being capable of being a guy who can wipe out universes. Like, what?
There's a lot of vague shit with Undertale, yeah.
Undertale is all down to... It's so down to interpretation. It's also bad. And so...
Yeah.
Oh, no, God, please don't.
I regret nothing. Bullet Hell is not my type of game. Sorry.
That being said, I do like Earthbound, and I still will try it in the future, maybe, just to see what the hype is about, but...
I mean, I've never finished it, and I probably won't, but... It's a good game. It's got good ideas, but yeah, Bullet Hell's not my.
Yeah, I've never liked the Bullet Hell game. Okay, go.
Guts versus Kirito.
Yes. Okay, I think I said it last time as well. If Guts doesn't win, I'm not sure if I want that or not. Because on one hand, the salt will be delicious.
I will. Like, I'm cheering for Guts all the way. I'll fucking laugh if Kirito wins.
Yes, Guts is obviously gonna win. There's no way Guts isn't gonna win. There's no way.
It's just spite.
They're not stupid.
Yeah, if Kirito gets a hit in, I'll be shocked. But if Kirito does manage to pull it off, like, okay, I'll be on some level, I'll be disgusted because what have you done? But on another level, I'll laugh my fucking arse off. I will actually die from laughter.
Just scroll into that comment section and just
stay there.
Fucking yes.
This is my home now. I'm taking the salt around me and making a house. This is my salt igloo where I will live whilst I feast off your salt.
Moving on, we got Scott Pilgrim versus Beautiful Joe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Love Scott Pilgrim. He's gonna lose. I don't even care about that. All right, like I like them both. I really need to play Beautiful Joe because it looks quality as fuck. But yeah, in an actual versus fight, Scott loses pretty much every single matchup, and Beautiful Joe is probably one of his like most unfair opponents.
He's really fucking strong, isn't he? Like planet level or something.
He's planet level. He's got like time powers. He's just so stylish. Like, come on.
Keeping it stylish. Yeah, it's with one of them. Scott might pull it off because it's Scott Pilgrim and it's really popular, and Beautiful Joe isn't. But there's no guarantee. But it's well, Beautiful Joe it's kind of popular, but
yeah, it's always the one I'm looking forward to the most. And I'll be fine with whatever.
I'm looking at the list, and I can kind of see why, because, what else is there that isn't really weird? You know?
Yeah.
Scott's only other opponent would be Kirito, but okay, they're going to be doing Kirito versus Cuts.
Well, yeah. I never actually considered that Kirito versus, what's it called? Versus Scott Pilgrim. Who would Guts fight then, and then who would Beautiful Joe fight? I guess that's kind of the issue. How do you split that up?
They fight each other, obviously.
Oh, that is the most thematic of matchups.
Definitely.
All right, moving on. I suppose.
Shantae versus Philia. At least it isn't Sindel.
Fan service. Yeah. What's?
I guess
it's
just
4.
English always.
It's just hair, I guess.
It's hair.
I want it to be Shantae versus Shovel Knight, but
it's not gonna be.
It's kind of the Scott Pilgrim up above. Like it's like one. If you put them together, there's two fighters that just don't make any sense whatsoever.
Yeah. That's kind of the issue. There's some of the fights that just kind of fall into place, and it's like, okay, it makes sense, but why though? Yeah, Shantae versus I think I said this last time as well. It's gonna fall into the same issue of that. As good as Shantae's new sprites are, like from the new games, I don't think they're gonna mesh well with Skullgirls. Though they will mesh better than like any other game that's been paired with Skullgirls and Moh and Mac so far.
To be fair, like what can mesh well with Skullgirls? Really, it's just such a unique.
What business does Skullgirls having?
Just some works games.
Maybe.
It's just that art style is like very.
Shantae is going to be one of the closest you're going to get, so I'm okay with this fight from that standpoint alone. Okay. Moving on.
Hiei versus Killua.
Audi.
This one is just, pretty much. I guess they're assassins. Maybe I haven't really watched either of them. Although
I don't watch
says
things.
They're good. Except for Pokemon, apparently.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I can't. I watch the clips, and that's about it. I can't even keep up with Yu-Gi-Oh anymore, minus the summon animations. I just play the game because Brains is kind of boring me.
I watched a lot of Hunter X Hunter. Is it that?
Hunter Hiatus X Hunter.
Yeah, there you go.
Didn't we say last time it's coming out of hiatus?
It is out of hiatus, I think. Unless they put it back on, I don't know. I don't read it either.
Did it go? It got back on the boat. Did Hiatus X Hiatus join Guts on the boat? Guts is back on the boat, I think. Like
okay, so can Guts fight Kiri? So on the boat.
Yes, but it will take 20 hours long.
Please.
Oh God.
2-hour melee.
Where all fights are settled when the next Berserk chapter comes out. Or I think if they want extra bonus points, they can animate it like the current Berserk anime and have them like hobble around, like without actually animating, just like the sprite bounces around.
Oh, that would be perfect, like a South Park character.
Yeah, exactly, like a South Park character. Okay.
All right.
Shovel Knight versus Meta Knight.
Oh God, why?
Shovel Knight doesn't.
Why?
If Shovel Knight wins,
what is
Shovel
this?
Knight does win though.
Oh, Shovel Knight does win.
They're both knights, don't you know?
He's not going to.
Brother.
But if he does win,
If
could you
Shovel Knight
imagine?
wins, please, for the love of God, it would be
I
so
don't
good.
mind Meta Knight. Like I like Kirby, but just Shovel Knight needs something.
Yeah, he got killed by a duck. he needs something. Okay.
He got killed by his own chivalry.
Next fight, Mac has down as Vegil versus Sephiroth Part 2.
Oh, Vegil. I didn't even know it's that.
How about
Virgil versus Sephiroth Part 2. The part where Sephiroth has another form and Virgil doesn't. Unless they use Virgil from DMC.
Oh.
Oh.
I don't even know.
And you spelled it Vegil.
You said that.
Yeah,
Vegil.
I did. I introduced it as Vegil. Man, you're behind the times here.
I love Vegil.
Get with the program. Eat your fruit and vegetables so you grow into a stronger human.
Vegetals.
Light controls everything, so eat your Vegil.
Yeah, this fight should, given how the last fight went, just logically, should be Sephiroth's styles on Virgil. But last time we had a fight like this, where one character has another form to go into and the other doesn't, it was Oni versus what's his name? I can't remember his name.
Kenpachi.
Thank you. I forgot it
Kenpachi.
last time. Yeah, Kenpachi. Yeah, I forgot it last time as well. Thank you, Mac. Yeah, Oni versus Kenpachi, round 3, where logically Kenpachi should have styled on Oni. He did not. He cut off his arm, but he did not. He did not win. So yeah, expect Virgil to take this again.
Vegil.
Vegil. All hail Vegil. All hail Vegil.
Is that the new? Is that the title?
Probably. All hail Vegil. Yeah. Okay. Just put. I'm gonna put that in the chat so I don't forget. All hail.
Yeah, it's a contender.
Vegil. Okay. Moving on.
Tatsumaki versus Shigeo. One Punch Man versus Mob Psycho 100.
Who lost this small child?
That's basically the title of the episode. The one-man melee episode.
Yeah, who lost this small child? I don't know. He's yeah. This one's basically because of that one statement of, oh, they're equal. So
like they're from the same.
Yeah, they're from the same creator, and he said they're equal. So it's probably gonna be a draw, or Shiego's gonna win, one or the other.
Yeah.
Tatsumaki doesn't have a chance of winning unless fan service prevails.
No, let's not. Let's go to YouTube versus Frieza.
Let's not.
Let's go, guys. Come on, let's go.
Okay. Yeah, Mewtwo versus Frieza. It's obviously it's gonna it's the same as before. It's gonna be Mega Mewtwo versus Golden Frieza, and despite loving Pokemon and Mewtwo,
It's gonna be the same exact.
yeah, despite loving Pokemon and Mewtwo, the best thing for him to do is pretty much have Frieza replicate his episode 90 whatever stuff on Mewtwo. I said this last time. Yeah, just have Frieza style on Mewtwo again with all of his new shit because it's cool. Like that's the best thing they could do.
Yeah.
Because having Mewtwo have any sort of offense in on Frieza is just gonna make people go, "What the fuck?" Because everybody kind of knows how this goes down, woman or not.
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, unless they might bring out the spoon. They might bring out the spoon, and I think the spoon could make a difference.
Yeah, this is true. Don't sleep on it.
Because remember,
Mewtwo could just follow Frieza around with a spoon and just keep hitting him until he dies.
yeah, it'll only take a couple of years and several spoons and go across a couple of continents, and the movie will be like 9 hours long. But it could happen. That's internet legendary right there. No, but remember, Mewtwo, he's not the little spoon. He has a big spoon. Frieza is the little spoon. Therefore, Mewtwo will win. See, that's logic right there. This is how we do things.
It's just common versus
Yeah, this is how this is meant to go.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Mewtwo's gonna die. All right, let's move on. Gara versus Crocodile. You know, that one show. I don't like sand. It's rough and coarse and gets everywhere.
Yeah, we had to do it.
You did.
We did last time too, but
We did, and we're gonna keep doing it.
What are you supposed to do? Not make a reference to it?
Nah.
Yeah.
Right.
So this is the team.
I'm rooting for Crocodile. I don't really care who wins because they're both cool.
I'm rooting for Gara because I think Gara's one of the few cool characters in Naruto, and also because fuck you, Mac. So yeah.
And finally, we have Goku versus Saitama.
Get ready for it
So-
to be the finale of Death Battle too.
Yeah.
If Goku wins when Superman couldn't, that's just kind of that would bring. I mean,
No,
yeah,
it's not even that.
it'd
If Goku wins at all, I don't think Saitama has ever lost a versus battle on YouTube. Like even
No.
which
He does.
is fucking insane
It's all
because
one point.
you think with all these actual versus there is actual versus debaters in these shows and looking into these shows, you'd think that eventually someone will say, "Hang on, why is he beating Goku and
Fuck this
Superman
shit."
when he couldn't even beat Krillin with his shown feats?" You know, especially since Krillin's.
No, you don't understand. It's a parody, Mo. You just don't understand the deep thematic issues behind One Punch Man.
I think I was wearing a One Punch Man shirt yesterday that I didn't get vomit on, so yeah, I like One Punch Man and all, but the joke's done. Let's just let the show do its own thing, but trying to put it in other stuff does not work.
And the show is doing really well on its own too.
Yeah,
Like,
the show is fucking
with the
phenomenal.
memes.
It's
And
so good.
I think if you let what happens in the versus community like infect you with like that, it does. Yeah, you're stupid. But the show is phenomenal. Yeah, the show is phenomenal. But Jesus Christ, stop with this memery. You know, it's done. Like it was funny. It was funny for a while, but like now people actually genuinely believe this shit. It's maddening. I'm sure you both saw Torian on Twitter probably a year ago now, maybe more, where he asked who could Saitama fight in a death battle, and the only person he would entertain is Superman because his power is infinite. Everyone else, he said, loses in one punch, and people are like, Torian, that's not how that works. No, they lose in one punch. That's not his power. They lose in one punch. It's like, yeah, Torian's not on the research, but like that's worrying. Because Saitama is one of those characters. He's going to be in the death battle eventually, and the worst part, since moving back to Woman Melee for a sec, the worst thing about Woman Melee doing it again is they've done it already. They've done the joke, so Goku should win. Unless they're going for something like Goku and Superman versus Saitama next season or something like that, which is something very possible.
No.
Yeah, I know. It's disgusting. Let's be honest, this is like by far the worst Woman Melee season ever in terms of the actual matchups. Yeah. We can't comment on the animation yet, obviously. So they could still be perfectly fine episodes. Like, episodes that look shit on paper often turn out really good. But yeah, this in terms of the actual matchups themselves, it's kind of like the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite roster. You know that? The animation could be fine, just like the gameplay of what's it called?
It's just live.
What is
yeah, the animation could be fine, just like the gameplay of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. But the actual roster and
rosters is just
the rosters retarded.
MCU pandering and animation.
Oh
that
yeah.
one.
Oh yeah. But yeah. Now now I'm sad that we're
End
talking
of the
about
day,
Marvel
let's
vs.
just hope
Capcom.
Kenshiro.
Yeah. Let's move on.
Yeah,
End
please.
of the day, let's just hope that Kenshiro comes in and wins again.
That would be the best thing.
Or-
That would legitimately be my favorite thing. If Kenshiro killed them both. Please.
All right.
Okay, moving on. I'm back up the list. We have
We got
DBXs to talk
DBXs.
about. Right, Mac, you're done, by the way.
Thank God.
Yeah, Mac, we're done, but you're done, by the way. Like you made a fuck up on the list. You know that means yeah, you'll be punished for this. Anyway, Mario versus Sonic. Except Sonic is green. His brother has a mustache. Mac, stop fucking up the list, bro.
Like I've heard fan push about that.
Yeah, Mario versus Luigi. It was a.
I was so worried going to this episode because I thought they were going to go the edgelord route of Mario and Luigi killing each other, and no, but they did a truth where it's Bowser's the best dad and he wins.
It would have been better if it had been Wario. But
It should have been Wario or Sonic. Let's have it be Sonic.
Hey.
I would.
Like that would be the best ending. Let's be honest. That's the good timeline. Yeah, there's not this. They had some cool shit, like many of them going around the environments and stuff. It's something that it's something DBX does uniquely. So. Yeah, it slowed itself down a lot, and that was its issue. It was fine.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. But honestly, actually, before we move on, this is a good thing is that we get this. This is our average DBX now. A fight like this, back in season 1 of DBX, we would have praised this to high heaven. You know, that's just how much the standard's gone up, and it's a good thing because generally they can keep it. Like this is a relative low for them now. So their worthy successor, at least in Screw Attack's eyes, to Woman Melee, and with Woman Melee kind of being on par with them these days. So. You know, it's all good. It's all good.
I feel like we have this speech every time it comes
up. We do. But it's still worth repeating.
It's because
holy
you
shit,
guys
this
can't
turned out.
believe it.
It's as a fan of both, you kind of just win in general, and it's a nice feeling. And with the death battle starting to turn around with the last couple, literally, hopefully we're getting into a nice string of content. Just as the summer ends, because then we can stop. And our content about it is going to start getting more spread out more because yay, that's how life works. Okay, back to zero, back to the start to zero. This time he killed Strider.
Honestly, I forgot this one existed. I had to look it up to see if I missed any.
Yeah, it was a good episode though.
Yeah. It was cool.
My Viber keeps going off. Or WhatsApp. I forgot to mute it.
What?
I forgot to.
Your vibrator.
My WhatsApp.
Yeah, that's why I heard, and I need some context.
Yeah, I said Viber at first, but it's WhatsApp. Same thing pretty much. Yeah, I forgot to mute it. So oops, it's normally not active. But yeah, back to this. That's just me kind of explaining for audience. Yeah, it was fine. They had a pretty good 3D shots in this for once. They actually used the 3D well. And the choreography was pretty good. There's nothing to complain about, really.
I thought the final shot, or the final kill shot, was just a little bit too long.
Yeah, it dragged on a bit. It dragged on a bit. It was good use. It was good use of 3D, but it wasn't fast enough.
Agreed.
Like, that's this thing that they need to work on in Woman Melee DBX and what's called DB itself. Just have everything come out a tiny bit faster. Well, not so much Woman Melee, they need to actually slow it down a little. That's weird that way. Timing is everything these days. And yeah. God damn it, what's up? Okay, I think we're done with DBX for now. Thank Christ.
Finally, we are done with all of the versus stuff.
Yeah, just to kind of date it, like that's the new shit, just in case I don't get this out by next weekend. I should hopefully get it out on Tuesday, but you know me. I say we'll get it out on Tuesday and get it out the Monday that fucking Balrog vs TJ combo is coming out. So that's just how we roll. Yeah. Okay. Med.
But in the meantime,
All right, you boys.
a little bit of a
It's time
homework
to
assignment.
meet the Med Hour.
It's time for Med to show his taste. Oh boy.
Yes.
Med.
Now he had a little bit of a hard time deciding last time, so
Yeah.
hopefully
Last time we
Somewhere
we
around.
gave him.
I
We get-
Plain Mountains. Go
Let's
on.
hear it. What is your favorite?
So, favorite Death Battle episodes. I'm going to put two for 3D and 2D. 3D fight Wolverine versus Raiden because
Okay.
yeah, the animation really closely followed their verdict. Whether or not it was right is up for debate. But like Raiden kept overpowering Wolverine, but Wolverine kept getting like shrugging off all of Raiden's hits until like the very end. It was very fast paced, well animated. I liked both. Metal Gear Rising, Revenge. I know a lot of people in like the forums would have like negative opinions about it, and I can see why. But it was
Kind
like
of
my
those
first
fuck with Metal Gear in
character action
general.
games, so it's always going to have like a close place in my heart. So
like
yeah, I was
Metal
really
Gear
hyped
Rising.
for Biden. And yeah, it was, and Wolverine's cool too, and it was just a good episode overall. Judy, He-Man versus Lino.
Ooh, actually, I don't think that one's been brought up a lot, and I don't get why. I like that
I
one a lot.
forgot about it. It's just like I enjoy watching the analysis. With every other Death Battle episode that I rewatch, I'm only there for like the animation.
Yeah.
For He-Man vs. Lino, I actually go through like the analysis. Like the jokes were good. Like I actually laughed.
It's one of the better episodes in like as a general package. Like the animation's perfectly fine because although it's not the best technical animation, god damn it fits. Like with all the stop starting and all that, it fits the show.
The dialogue is so good.
It's just fun.
It's kind of like how Godzilla vs. Gamera and RoboCop vs. Terminator happening now probably wouldn't be as good because the way they'd be made wouldn't fit as much. If that makes sense. With Torian's new improved style, he's gotten so good that he wouldn't be able to replicate the clunkiness of them as well, I think, if it wasn't genuine. If that makes sense.
No,
It's
because those are originally like very clunky.
Yeah, it's the same thing with
source material.
With the stop-startiness of the animation that they had to do because they just weren't as like it was. What was it? What was his name? Lang, Mr. Lang, was the animator at the time. He was good. He was really good, but he's nothing. He's great, but he's nothing on the Hypercage guys. You know that we get later, and I don't think they'd be able to make as good an animation because they'd be focusing so much on all the cool powers. They kind of miss what's in the middle.
Yeah, like the characterization. It was just really. It was good. It was one of the best overall packages, and
It's a good pick. It's a really good pick. All right, next thing. Hated. What's your least favorite Death Battle / battle?
You guys know. I'm sure it's already been discussed. Pikachu versus Bonga, so I'm not going to talk about that one too much.
Oh, has it been discussed?
Has it?
The very first episode, and then a couple of episodes after that, Star kind of he went on a. Can you still call it a tangent? If it like kind of leaves the orbit and just it keeps going forever.
It's still going on to this day.
I'd say if you open up a chat with Star somewhere, he's still talking about how much he hates that fight, which is understandable. You know, I no matter what I probably agree with him on everything, and I'm sure Med would too.
Yeah, it's just
every
maybe even if the verdict was right, the way it was just a boring fight with a shitty ending. And just Wonka's a Pokemon. No, he's not. What?
It's great that they've dropped that. I'd say if they I honest to God think if they reanalyze that fight, then especially with the research team telling them no, Pikachu isn't shit, then Pikachu has a good chance of winning. They'd also, although they'd probably use a wild Pikachu, in which that result would be entirely accurate.
Yeah,
I feel like there's a lot of fights.
But Ash's Pikachu, there's a lot of fights that if they did it now, they'd probably change it. Like they'll never admit that they change it, but they probably would. The one exception on the fight they should change and won't is probably Rainbow Dash versus Thing. They won't change that ever. It's wrong as balls, but they're never. Oh, that too. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, but
so
you had
that,
a different one. Yeah, go, Med, go.
Amy versus Ramona for completely petty reasons. So it's like, I hate the actual episode, but it's just Ramona Flowers died to Amy Rose, and not even like her Sonic Boom persona, which I've heard is actually like decent. No, they gotta go with Stalker chick.
I love the fact that after that episode aired, Ben put out basically like on his own personal channel. He put out a video about how much Amy Rose fucking sucks, and it's like, huh, wow.
Like he didn't like. Fuck, I can't even word right now. It's just
video bad.
Video bad. Med angry.
Video bad.
Eat
table.
like,
they have to make Scott watch. And Scrooge versus Shovel Knight had like the worst verdict. Even if Scrooge actually wins, the way they explained it was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of fights like that where you're like, hang on, even with what you said, that's wrong. And Scrooge versus Shovel Knight is a really good example of this.
Oh, he paddled across the river at like 100-something miles per hour. That totally beats out Shovel Knight, who we said was able to like outrun cannonballs.
Yeah. And then they never gave it speed for that, despite the fact it's faster.
But they're fucking cannonballs.
Yeah, it's clearly faster. It's hilarious.
And he knocked cannonballs, didn't he? Which is like a little bit better than crushing skulls or rocks.
Yeah. And then there's Spectre Knight, who he beat, who fucking cuts them in half. Although that hadn't come out at that point.
They mentioned him fighting Kratos, for fuck's sake!
Oh yeah, that's the best part, is that they gave him crossover scaling to Battletoads and Kratos, who shit on Scrooge so hard. Oh my god. Although I don't think the Battletoads shit as much on Scrooge as Shovel Knight himself does. But Kratos, the continental god of war.
Now.
Yeah, he every time the series gets reanalyzed, he gets more upgrades. You know?
Yeah.
Poor Pig.
Before anyone asks, no, he still wouldn't beat Spawn. Don't worry about that.
No.
But
who would?
Yeah. Jesus.
A paper shredder because Spawn is nothing more than a drawing.
Oh yeah, that'll work. Holy water. Aquaman in holy water.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing. Like, why?
You know what happened?
Why is there no been a? Why is there
Hold on.
A beast Aquaman.
If Jason Momoa Aquaman walks into holy water, will he actually become Jesus?
And no.
Yes, he would. Okay. Yes, he would.
Every single answer is correct.
Let's just go with that one.
Yeah, okay, so that's 3 fights Med really doesn't like. Did you have another one there? Because I think we got distracted, or can we move on?
I mean, there's Bowser versus Ganondorf, but really, who likes that fight?
Yeah, that seems to be almost universally hated. Okay, same with Pikachu versus Blanca, actually. Right.
Yeah.
Fights you want to see, rather, Med.
Alright, so I'm going to try to not go on too long.
Go ahead.
I'm a huge No More Heroes fan. I'm a huge No More Heroes fan. Anyone who, like, if you're gonna, loyal viewers out there, you're going to know this. I'm going to talk about it a lot. So
he thinks
Travis
it's okay. He thinks it's a pretty decent.
Yeah. Travis Touchdown versus Jack Kamen or Scott Pilgrim. Either one, please. Dear God, Screw Attack, I beg you. Well, like, I'm not going to go into it too much because I feel like it could actually be something.
Yeah.
And I don't want to just, like, go over it too much right now. Like, I've been pushing it for years, so, and other people have been. So, yeah, there's that. Adachi from Persona 4 versus Kira from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, like it's thematic perfection, man. I love both the characters.
I've seen that kind of around.
You don't really like me that much, do you?
They've had interest.
What, man, what have I actually done to deserve that? Like,
we need more JoJo's. Like, we just need a lot.
Man.
More.
Think about what you're saying there for a sec. Just slow the fuck down, okay?
We need a lot.
I'd say about 3 times more.
Yeah,
it's funny because 3 times 0 is still 0.
I want to point out some words you said there that are like completely wrong in this context. There's that need word. That word just should not be there. There's a lot that word should be changed for a couple of different words, as few as possible. And JoJo's, which you can change to any number of the derogatory terms for JoJo that I probably can't say in this podcast, or I'll offend somebody.
You will. I will fucking stop you from saying any of them.
I can be professional on the podcast. Don't worry. Kinda, sorta. It borders on professionalism. So yeah, I won't. Just.
All right. So I'll actually go into detail about this one because I know we're never getting it. Ever.
Okay.
Rex Salazar from Generator Rex versus
you're right.
Alex Mercer Forward Type.
Oh yeah, this one again. I thought you were gonna come and put a different one than we did on the recording that we totally didn't do.
Yeah.
But you know what?
It's never going to be brought up again. So.
Yeah, you know what? This is fine. I'm okay with this because we had fun with this last time.
Go crazy.
So it's really it's thematically perfect. Like both are walking arsenals that transform their bodies into different weapons. A lot of them
have the characterization of a teenager.
Yeah.
Because Alex is terrible.
One's a walking virus responsible for an epidemic. The other's a cure for this outbreak of nanomachines that cover the entire world. And yeah, like their personalities would bounce off. Okay, well, Rex would just be talking to Alex. It's just Alex.
Just being edgy grunt man.
Yeah. And yeah, it's again, a lot of their abilities can't work well with each other. Like a lot of their builds. There's just a ton of angles to go with, and I know Alex is going to be fighting Cole McGrath, which I don't mind because Infamous is one of my favorite series and one of my favorite games.
Yeah,
Infamous 2 is one of my favorite games.
I hope it's better than Second Son suggests it is, because I played that and that was my first PS4 game, and I thought it was just kind of...
It's a lot better.
Yeah,
okay, thank God.
I've only played a little bit of Second Son. I'm getting the end of it off my friend soon because I finally have a PS4. Second Son seems very different. Like the actual game, the world seems a lot more empty and less alive. Although you can move around it better. But also,
I like Second Son.
Also, Delson seems like a fucking little shit, and I hate him.
Oh, he is. He definitely is.
So, just because I argue for him in versus debating doesn't mean in certain occasions doesn't mean I don't think he's a little shit and should die.
But he plays like a cheeky little bastard.
I think the worst part about it is they teased Cole coming back in the second one. At the very end, he gets struck by the question mark lightning, and then they just did nothing with it. It's like, oh, he's dead. Like, fuck off! Bring back Cole, please. He's such a... Okay, in the first game he wasn't that likable, but you related to him. But in the second game,
he's such... Cole's a fucking man-child, and I love it, but he's like a responsible man-child.
Whereas Zeke isn't. Although Zeke grows into that role of being a responsible man-child eventually.
Yeah, Zeke Dunbar is the best.
Yeah. Cole's free, especially in the second game. Cole's characterization is fucking phenomenal. No matter which route you take.
It's okay.
So I love Cole.
I just wanted to make
either Cole or Rex. I really want to fight Alex, but I'll talk about Rex because Cole. There's really isn't much to talk about in the debate category because Cole it should annihilate and probably will because the whole thing that Alex Mercer
fans go to is, oh, he survived the nuke. But he was on the very edge of the nuke, and he was reduced to a puddle, and he would have died if that crow hadn't flown by and just, given him biomass. And, okay, so what the fight between him and Rex boils down to is Rex has more versatility in his builds. Like, he has a flight pack, which, automatically gives him a mobility advantage. He's got more range. He's got more strength feats. I think Alex has more speed. It's debatable, and they're all really close to each other. Rex's nanites, the machine beside him. He can he has the perfected batch of them, and the nanites were made in order to combat diseases, regrow limbs, and he was the only one that has the perfected batch, and they just keep spawning inside of him. Like, he has millions of the things, and they'll respond to dangers to his body. Like, someone puts a tracking device on him, they automatically go disable it. They'll break down poisons. So I'm thinking that Alex might not actually be able to consume Rex, because the nanites will just go to defend them.
Is Rex? I don't know if I asked this question last time or not, so forgive me. Is Rex more nanite than flesh, or is there any flesh in him, or is he all nanites, or what?
He's more. I would say he's more flesh than nanite until he grows into his giant robot form, which he has 2 of.
Okay, yeah, because you need 2 of those.
He really does.
Cool. So basically, he can turn into a giant robot, and Alex's best abilities wouldn't work on him, but he makes himself a big target that can be sliced and diced. Okay, yeah, that's interesting.
And actually,
that's
he's
an interesting
just as fast inside the giant robot form.
Wait, what the fuck? That's not how that normally works.
He's just as fast. Like, he's doing he'll be doing acrobatic flips and shit, jumping 20 meters into the air. And once the robot form runs out of power, it just explodes. Rex is totally fine, but it explodes in this big crater around him. So Alex versus Rex by himself is even, but even if the robot form doesn't have many feet by itself, it's still obviously better than Rex, which makes it better than Alex. It's a really good fight. It's never gonna happen.
It's just the whole flesh versus tech thing. This seems very intriguing, if nothing else.
Yeah, it's fun to talk about.
I'm just nodding because I don't know shit about either of them.
I know a good bit about Prototype. I've played a good bit of both games. Never beat them because I've only played them for lens, but I know a lot of the lore. Although Prototype lore is fucking insane to follow because of how it's gathered is really bad. Because it's an Activision game. But never watch Generator X because I think we've established I don't watch shows. I just don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's.
If anyone, to all those viewers out there who do watch shows, I'd recommend it. It's very good. It's good. I mean, it's no masterpiece, but what it does it does good. It does really good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
It's intriguing to say the least. Okay, so I think, are we done?
I think so.
Okay.
Mo, you want to announce your big announcement?
Actually, I was thinking I could once the podcast is over, we can record something to put at the start of the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, probably just me and Mac to save Med's big announcement. So if you guys are wondering what the fuck we're talking about, it's the Discord server. So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah, this was fun.
Hopefully we recorded.
It's that.
I swear to God.
Med,
you fucking messed it up again.
Med, when have I ever messed anything up? That we have never had we've never had a recording session that didn't work. Ever. Ever. It never happened.
Oh, man. Whoa.
Okay, so hope you guys enjoyed this episode of the new look, I suppose, discussing Death Battle. Join the Discord server. I suppose we won't bother we didn't do emails this time, and we're probably going to get requests from now on from the Discord server for ease of access.
Yeah.
Join it if you want interaction, because goddamn.
Yeah. If you want to tell me how much of a generator Rex like wanker I was being.
Yeah, that's the thing. Here's the thing. I suppose I should go into a tiny bit before we go, because I probably won't do it in the announcement thing. The reason we're doing Discord is because it's so hard for me to find. I don't know about the others. I think they just well, at least Mac. I think he's just lazy. It's hard. It's hard for me to find time with my. I work 6 days a week and have pretty not even long hours, at least on non-weekends. Just kind of intrusive hours, and that I get up, go to work, get home, and my day's gone. Despite the fact I'm only working like 4 hours during the week. So between that, it's pretty hard for me to, I suppose, work up the energy to hop onto the YouTube channel, the official YouTube channel, and talk to people there. But I'm always on Discord, like even at work. So hopefully by having the Discord server, at least I can talk to people. Med's pretty cool at this sort of shit, so he'll probably be in there talking to people too. And Mac might show up every now and then and drop some shit posting.
Yeah.
Or he'll probably post about how bad Fairy Tail is and how One Piece is. He'll then worship One Piece, and then someone will link the gif of Luffy bowing to Lucy and Natsu, and the world will be right again. That is still the greatest signature that's ever been on the forums, by the way.
Yeah.
It's so good. Mac with the crumpet avatar and the Luffy worshipping Fairy Tail. It's the best thing we've
There's a couple of
It warms the heart of children everywhere.
No. You see, there's the couple that are fucking like so what the fuck that it crushes the person who got them. But I think that's the only signature I can think of that gave the whole board just joy forever. Was it Lousy who gave it to you? It was Lousy, wasn't it?
It was Lousy and Impossible.
Oh yeah. And Lousy
I
and
took a
Impossible.
bet against both of them at the same time.
Mac likes getting double teamed. So
Yep.
okay, so yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We've kind of gone on a bit long about the end here. So next time will be more discussing with Balrog versus TJ combo, whatever's next on that front. The DVXs that come next, some more woman melees that hopefully the matchups won't make us want to bash our heads in, and maybe a guest. We might actually have a guest next time. And more.
Man, what do you
emails.
know? First time in God knows how long.
Yeah, we've been in a bit of turmoil on that front, and maybe even some fan requests and shit. You know, that'd be fun.
Yeah, get hype.
Hype is a word you could use for this.
Yeah.
So yeah, until next time. Bye.
Thanks for having me. Hope I don't make everyone cry that much.
Babies
Yeah,
don't
too
look
late.
at you and look at you and burst into tears, I promise.
Fuck!
Yeah, okay, so until next time, see y'all. And
Later, Space Cowboys.
Bye-bye.